Hi guys, we're on to the soil lab number 2. We did our separation of the soil from the silt, sand, and clay, and we looked at that. Next, we're going to do the largest experiment with the soil, which is the chemical analysis. Now, all that means is we are testing the soil to see what's inside of it, what kind of chemicals are inside of it, and what levels of each chemical are inside the soil. Why? Because obviously, soil is used to grow most of our crops, and without crops, without food, there is no ecosystem, there is no food for us, there's no food for the animals, the herbivores, and that's the carnivores. So soil is the starting point for the terrestrial ecosystem, and if that fails or that is not, the soil cannot hold nutrients, then everything else really starts to break down very quickly, and we have no more life on the planet. The soil is a big deal. Now, the chemical analysis involves 4 things, looking at pH. Now, pH is the measure of the amount of hydrogen ions in the soil. Basically means that if there is a high amount, it will be acidic. If there's a low amount, it will be a base or alkali. And certain plants like to have more of an acidic soil, so it's more hydrogen ions, and some plants like to have more alkali or base soil. So we kind of test the soil to see what kind of plants would like to grow in this soil. So we have our little tubes right here, our little equipment, and it's very simple. You take the cap off, all right, like so, and you have this small area and a large area. You always put the soil into the small area. You get a little pinch of soil with our fingertips, and we put in a little bit of soil. It's a bit too much. A little bit of soil in the bottom, like so. Okay, so a little bit of soil just right there. Then we have working with pH right now, so it's the green capsule. So you correspond the green capsule with your green chemical indicator. You put this stuff in, little capsule, and you twist it to the left or to the right with both hands. You twist it and you pour the contents into on top of the soil. So first goes soil, then goes the chemicals. Okay, this is a chemical indicator, just as lab safety. Goes on your hands, please wash your hands thoroughly. Goes on your skin, please wash your skin. Do not eat this stuff. It is not sugar. We don't eat anything that we work with in a lab. Okay, just as a general precaution, general guideline, we don't eat anything. If you go into lunch after this period, you make sure you go to the bathroom and you wash your hands thoroughly with water and soap. Okay, so please don't eat with any chemicals on your hands. Now, if you want to use gloves, we have gloves in the corner. So feel free to use gloves if you want to. Now, you take this, you have the soil and the chemical indicator. You add some water, but very small amount of water, okay? You're going to fill water up to this little dashed line at the top here. That's the point where you add water. So it's a small amount of water, a little trickle of water. Like that, okay? So we've got the water here, soil and the chemical. Now again, we put back the lid on top, make sure the lid's on properly, and we hold it like this, thumb and forefinger. We hold it and we shake. We shake for 30 seconds, again, so we can mix the soil and the chemical indicator and the water. What's going to happen is the chemical indicator, once we let it go, okay, we stop shaking it, it will start to settle. And we have this scale over here. It's a pH scale. It gives you these colors, and that represents the amount of acidity or alkali in the soil. Now, the lowest one, the red one right here, is very acid or very acidic, pH 4.5, and it goes up. So the number increases. So pH 7 is neutral. It's not acid or base. And if you get to 7.5, this dark green one at the top here is 7.5. That is more of an alkali concentration, so the soil will be alkaline. What you're looking for is the water. The water will turn a certain color, and you match the color of the water with the color of the scale, and then you write down, so leave it nice and there. You have your lab, and then you write down the pH number, 6.5, 5.5, 5, whatever the color of the water is, you match with the scale, and you put the number right there. So let's say our soil is pH 5.5. Put that down, and you're done. That's our pH test. We leave that there. We take our next one, which is nitrogen. And on the sheet, it gives you a little paragraph of why nitrogen is important. Why is it there? What does it do? What does it function? So you can read that if you want to before your analysis. Nitrogen, again, do the same thing, repeat the same steps. We get a little bit of soil, put it in a small compartment. Okay, a bit too much. There we go, like that. Okay, a little bit of soil like that. This is purple, so we get the purple chemical indicator in our lab, like so. Take one out. One capsule, one indicator per testing time. Okay, so we again twist. We twist and release the chemical indicator. That'll give us our data, our reading. Okay, so we have our soil and our indicator. Then we add some water, like so. All right, and then we put back on the lid. Make sure it's nice and tight. Finger and thumb, and we shake to mix the water with the soil and the chemical indicator. About 15, 20 seconds. Let it settle. Now, we go back to our pH. Look at our pH. Look at that. Oh, yeah. So we have this nice color green right now, this lime green. And I would say that would be between 6 and 6.5 on our scale. So I put on my pH, I would put in 6.5 or 6.25 in between. Again, the color doesn't. We have our nitrogen. It takes more time to settle, but you should see a change in color and match it to the amount right here. So guys, two more to do. You have phosphorus and you have potassium. Again, this is the blue capsules and the red capsule. Do the same procedure as with the other two, the previous two, and you write down your results on the sheet provided. Again, there's a little paragraph explaining to you what each chemical does and what nutrient does for the plants. And that's your chemical analysis. Make sure you have the pH, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium in your data, and you are good. Thanks, guys, for listening. This is the Earth Science Classroom. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content. Check out more videos on our channel, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you again.